Hey, how you doing, gang? So on today's video I want to talk about not putting all your eggs in one basket. Not putting all your eggs in one basket. And what I mean by that is you don't want to come into trucking and have all your trucks in one company. Now don't get me wrong, that can work. As a transport broker, I did that before. I had a guy that started off one of my clients, which is a logistical company. They wanted a truck. So I got the guy in the truck and they got busy, and they got so busy that they wanted another truck. So I said to the guy, hey, listen, my customers, my clients are busy and they want more trucks, right? So what he did was he had a few trucks. He took one truck in and they just got busy, and he ended up having like 3 trucks in this company, and they were doing very, very well, and that worked for him, right? And so, you know, there is situations where you can get all your trucks or 1 or 2 trucks in a company, and they keep it going for a very, very long time, because some companies are very, very good. They're very, very sustainable over a long period of time. So you can have 1 or 2 trucks. But my thing with that is always have a few tricks up your sleeve, because you never know what can happen. Look at the pandemic. It just came out of the blue, and like I said, as the result, a lot of companies, trucking companies and logistic companies, a lot of these companies get wiped out, because sometimes, you know, you can't expect or predict what's going to happen, right? So my thing is, why you don't want to do that is you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and that company goes out of business, because when they go out of business or they slow down dramatically, that can affect you, because if all of those trucks that you have are specifically for that company, then you're up Stitch Creek without a paddle, because now you have all these trucks in that one company, and that company pretty much end up going out of business and get slowed down, right? And then what are you going to do with all those trucks, and even what are you going to do with your trucks, right? So it's very important that when you're going in business, one of the things I did when I had another situation where I had a guy had a truck in a company, and he was asking me when the company got busy and they wanted more trucks. He came to me and he asked me if he should buy more trucks. I'm like, you know what? Let's play the safe rule. Why not just rent the trucks, right? They're busy, rent the trucks, and that's what he did. He went out and he rent 2 more trucks, and I think maybe a year or 2 after that company slowed down and they didn't have much work, and then he just returned the trucks. So those are a good idea if you're having a company that's you just starting and you've been there for a few months and they got busy and they want more trucks. Instead of going out and buying trucks, the best advice would do either to lease or, you know, rent. And I think rent would be a better short-term solution if you don't know what's going to happen, right? Because you don't want to go out and lease, because you have the lease that cover for a certain term. You still can bring the truck back, but my thing is I tell my guys to rent the truck and we just play it by ear, see what happens, and then we can decide down the road if it's going to be a long-term thing. Then we can decide what happens, right? But what I would advise against, you know, putting all your eggs in one basket, because you never know, right? And when it happens where the company slows down, then you find yourself in a situation now where you invest so much in that one company that when they slow down now, you don't have a backup plan, right? And that could put you in a very bad situation. So my advice to that is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Always have a backup plan, so that if that company they got slow and they don't have any more work, at least you have other companies that you can put, you know, all your other trucks in, right? So whenever you're doing that, and I tell this to guys all the time, because, you know, as a transport broker, I put guys in companies a lot of times because the clients are asking for them. But I always advise the guys that when things pick up, if you have another truck before, you have multiple trucks before, and you can, you know, shift them around and, you know, put more trucks in a certain business, and that works for you, fine. But if you're not, you know, sure about what to do when you have a company that's busy and they're asking for more trucks, the best thing to do is rent the truck, have the truck there, and then see what happens, because you don't want to go out and buy more trucks because you're working for one company and that one company get busy, and to accommodate them now you're buying more trucks to put in that one company. My thing is rent the truck, play it by ear, see what happens. That if the company get busy and it's going to be a long-term thing, then the next solution I would say is to lease a truck, right? Because you want to make sure that if a year, 2, 3 years down the road that company slows down and your lease is up, then you can just return the truck and no harm, no foul. But do not buy multiple trucks to put in one company because the company got busy, because if you do that and the company slows down, you're stuck with those trucks and you have a problem. Okay, so that's what I want to say on this video. Any questions or whatnot, I have my information at the bottom there. And until next time, folks, be safe. I'll see you then.